The Witch and the Beast Volume Review. Dunward, the one-time vampire ruler king of Orlentia Set, has been admitted to the presence of Dornes. Queen the Knight and his longtime enemy, and his sight are the images of Oscar and Ashaf. But where is Jadot? She's on a bloody rampage. At her own in the palace, having discovered the two magical axes that drain the life force from the victims, as well as the wielder, and is looking for traces of the witch, Angela, who cursed her and is possible still at large in the darkness of the long night on Orlentia Set. And all Joshua can do is watch and wait as Dunward pursue his revenge. And also we learn why the powerful vampire hates the queen of the night so much. The underlying story of the Witch and the Beast is Godot's unrelenting search aided by the mage, as Shao drawing various lands for the witch Angela. We guess history between the girl and the mage, but Jadot, in her current form state of mind, is interested only in vengeance, but those his dangerous voyage into the bloody socket vampire kingdom bring the two and closer to their goal. Looking back over the 8 volumes released so far, in English of The Witch and the Beast, I find myself returning again and again to the same pluses and minuses. Kosuke Satake's gothic horror story, but beautiful with treacherous witches, mages, curses, and in this story arc, vampires, continues to intrigue and baffle the reader, or this reader at any rate, in equal measure. It is best, the art is wonderfully grotesque, and dark, revealing in its use of black. The vampires look genuinely scary, not merely sexy women and men with pronounced weaknesses, but monsters who have taken human form. The world building around the vampire kingdom of Orlentia Set is convincing, for the most part too. However, it's frustrating to note that the lack of clarity in the storytelling, in the illustrations which will help explain what's going on, is still a major flaw. So many times I set this volume aside, scratching my head and wondering what just happened there. We really need to know who the witch is, where she is, what she's done, and to whom and when. And this is the 3rd volume of this arc, and it's just not adequately explained. I wonder if the translator Kevin Gifford also may have some issues at this dialogue, which will help clarify matters, obscure the places and baffling in others. So this is where I shall bid my farewells to Mage Ashaf and his female companion Jadot, before that I discover whether Jadot is able to free herself of the witch Angela's curse, or is forever doomed. For those that wish to read on, the series will continue in English for Kodansha with Volume 9, the most recent volume in Japan. Due out later this year, but 8 volumes, and I already need to know so much more of Jadot and Ashaf's backstory to keep me invested in what becomes of them. Satake's experience as a storyteller shows here. A better writer will have keep finding a little nuggets of information and minor reveals to keep the reader invested. Sadly, there are never any credits or words of explanation for the mangaka, which is a pity. I suspect that a good editor will have kept the manga more on target as the chapters roll by. However, if you've been following this arc, you really want to read this volume to find out what happens in the final wax of 4 levels below, and to appreciate some dark and powerful graphic evocations of the vampire court at war with itself. 6 out of 10.